Welcome. In front of me is a Realme 12 Pro Plus, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So to get started, let's open up our settings, and from here we're going to start off with the wallpaper and style section, in which you can customize the look and feel of your device. So you have things like themes, wallpapers, always on display, icon, packs, fonts, then colors and additional settings right here. You can customize them. There are interesting ones that most devices don't actually have, like for instance fingerprint animations. So when you're scanning your fingerprint on the display, it will give you different kind of animations. We also have the colors of things like the buttons right here, so you can change those. They can also be based on the wallpaper if you want to, so this will automatically adjust to whatever wallpaper you're using. And obviously we have, like I mentioned, a couple of the additional things here that you can tweak around. Now going back and then navigating to the display and brightness, here we have dark and light mode, so you can permanently switch from one to the other, or you can use it on a schedule. When enabled, it will automatically swap between these two modes based on either sunset to sunrise or on a custom timer, so you can pick whichever one you want, or obviously you can just set it to be permanently on if you want to. Then scrolling a little bit further down, we have the color scheme mode. Here we have a couple different color presets. We do have by default enabled vivid mode, which on this device is a little bit overdone. The reds right here are just a bit too much, but we luckily have additional options like natural or pro modes. Pro modes has cinematic and brilliant, which cinematic uses the display P3 mode or gamut supposedly. This should be color accurate, though I have no tools to check that out or how accurate it is, because just because it's using P3 gamut doesn't mean that it is actually like accurate. Anyway, so we have natural. Natural looks the best to me, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. Anyway, going a little bit further down in our display and brightness, we have things like refresh rate, and here we have three different options. We have the auto select, standard, and high. Standard is 60, high is 120, and auto select basically gives you both of these refresh rates depending on which one you need at the moment, which one will result in a better image quality. That's the one that is going to be used, obviously with mind of keeping also battery life. So for instance, right now it is running at 120 just because we have bit of an animation happening right here, but if I were to go back here where there is nothing animated, it will drop to 60, or if it's LTPO display, it will actually drop even lower than that. Now for people that tend to read books on their phone, I would probably recommend selecting it to be the standard, which might give you better battery life. Now going back to the main settings page and then navigating to notifications and status bar, we have status bar, and here you can disable some of the toggles that would, or just icons that would show up from different toggles. So for instance, auto rotation, localization, Bluetooth, and stuff like that. You can hide it for the most part, majority of those, so they wouldn't show up in here. I'm just going to showcase this. I actually don't have much enabled right here, which it looks like I only had the SIM card. Once you pop in a SIM card, it will either show you reception, so how strong your signal is, or nothing. But next to that, we also have the notifications. I have more than it's showing up here for some reason, because as you can see, I have two visible, but there is like 4 of them. So yeah, 4 of them, which we also should have the option to, there we go, change that by selecting notification icons, and you can change it, for instance, to something like a number. Again, it shows different number here. Now it's showing 3, whatever. So yeah, you can accumulate that to just show you a number while pulling it down. Obviously, you'll still get the full overview of what notifications you have. Now, last thing that I want to show is the gesture navigation, which I believe might be in additional settings. Yep, system navigation, and we have gestures. Can I cancel? And yep, I can, and enable it without learning. So as you can see, it removes the buttons from the bottom and swaps it for gestures. Now, we also have the option to make it even cleaner by selecting hide gesture guide bar, and it just gets rid of this bar that was visible at the bottom while still retaining the same kind of usability that you had with it being visible. Now that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.